What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. So today we're going to take a look at Rainway. This is a PC game streaming service that streams your PC games from your actual PC. This has been around for quite a while, but it's starting to come out on more devices. Some more of the apps are coming out of beta, going into beta, and it's becoming more available. So playing your PC games on iOS, Android, or Chrome is now possible without any waiting or paying for something like Stadia or GeForce Now. The catch being that it's going to be streaming from your PC with your internet. So based on your internet connection and the power of your PC is solely going to be what this depends on as far as its quality. So this has been around for a little bit, like I said, but I've been using it for a couple of days, and for me, I've streamed it to the laptop and to my iPhone, and the streaming quality for my setup here at home has felt very similar to something like GeForce Now or Stadia when it comes to the latency or the lag or anything like that. So without having to pay a subscription or having to buy games again, of course, you're running them straight from your PC. Rainway is streaming video games to play all your PC games on your favorite screen. It's not a new project. In fact, our colleagues at Vita Extra have been talking about it for a few years, but it is only until now that it went from being just promises and illusions to a very serious reality. They have this out on a lot more devices now, and it's coming out of beta. Rainway currently works from the browser, Android, or iOS, and from today they have a new experimental app for the same Xbox that uses the universal Windows platform, Xbox One. Let's keep in mind that neither Stadia, GeForce Now, or Project xCloud are on iOS, so this has been something I've talked about on the channel that is a bit of an issue. Apple has pulled all of those off. My beta for iOS got canceled because when xCloud was starting that, Apple pulled them off. Even Shadow got pulled. Shadow PC got pulled in February. They fought their way through and they are back on the store. They went back on in April, so they were gone for almost 2 months. But all they had to do was remove the game quick launch from the Shadow app and go back to just booting right into the PC desktop, and Apple was fine with it. I don't know if you're ever going to see Stadia, GeForce Now, or Project xCloud on iOS. I'm not sure what Apple's going to do or if these companies are going to work something out. Right now, either this Rainway service or something similar or Shadow PC are the only ways to play your games on an iOS device. So I use Shadow to play Call of Duty, Maneater, and a bunch of other games, Assassin's Creed on my iPhone. With Shadow because I'm able to do that there, but you can't use GeForce Now, Stadia, or any of that. I even play Stadia on my iPhone through Shadow, and you would think the latency or the lag would be an issue, but so far for me it's not. The internet speed on Shadow is so fast, and my setup at home is pretty good that I'm able to go on my iPhone or an iPad or something and play Stadia through Shadow. So basically with Rainway, you can take your games from services like Steam, Xbox Live, Epic Origin, or any DRM-free executable to another screen as long as you have a PC capable of processing the game. So of course, if you already got a nice gaming PC, this is a nice service to either around the house or while you're away to stream your games to yourself, but it still has some limitations. So Rainway is kind of like Steam Link, but it's better in almost everything. First, because it doesn't limit you to your Steam games. Second, because it's much easier to configure, and this is true. I mean, I was up and going in less than 5 minutes, and I will show you. I recorded it. I will show you the process to set up. I'll show you how you get on a browser, and I'll show you it working on an iPhone a little bit. I'm not going to go too deep. I don't know how much you guys want me to cover Rainway here. It's not a true cloud gaming or cloud PC service. This is more dependent per individual, per PC, per their internet. It's going to be totally different. It's a totally different service that's free. So I probably won't test it a lot or go too deep with it, but I thought it was interesting to cover. So now, the big thing is, like they say here, of course, it works on iOS too, also, and that is a big deal because Steam, like almost nothing really works on iOS if it has to do with gaming, unfortunately. So to play with Rainway, you need a couple of essential things: a decent gaming computer that's capable of running the games you want to play well, and a good internet connection. 5 for low quality, 10 for medium, 15 for high. And when we go look at the browser settings, it's actually going to break that down a little bit for you as well. So you download Rainway to dashboard to your Windows 10. You create an account. It's really quick. It's just an email and a password. They don't even ask you for anything else. You verify that, and then you can download the app on your your iOS or your Android device, and there's a QR code that'll pop up on your app on your Windows 10 when you say add a device. I'll show that in a little bit here. And you just scan that with your phone with the app open, and it automatically connects your device and logs you in. On a browser, it's a little different. You just log in and you're done. I'll show you that as well. So once you go through all that, you create your account. Here's where it shows the QR code. You add all your device. This is all the settings in the phone, the stream settings. I'll show you those as well here in just a little bit. And then here's playing on Rainway. So like I said, I don't want to go through all this. I want to jump into the next part of the video, and I'm going to show you this stuff anyway, where I go through the settings and whatnot. But this gives you a little bit of idea of what Rainway is. So let's go ahead and jump over into the videos I took and take a closer look at signing up for and using Rainway. All right, so here we are on the Rainway website. Play anywhere, your PC games on all your favorite screens. So right now, officially, they're supporting iOS, Android, and browsers. That would be Edge or Chrome. TV coming soon, and you can see here with the little wheel going around, you can pretty much play any of your games good to go from your gaming PC. So the Rainway dashboard, I'll show you downloading this, installing it, signing up, doing all that kind of stuff. It's very quick. That's what that's going to look like for you right there. It does a good job of bringing everything together. These are all just showing all of your devices here. Everyday apps built by gamers for gamers, so completely free, no ads and no additional purchases. Secure, and your PC, your games, and no strings attached. So I do like that, completely free, no ads, no anything. So you just click, first thing you're going to want to do, download the Rainway dashboard. Once you get it downloaded, click to install. That's literally how quick that was. Download. I'm not going to do too much editing in this video. I want you guys to see what the process is like. Very simple. This has been the easiest setup I've ever done on a program like this, where you're basically creating a server out of your PC to stream your game. This has been very easy. So to start an account, all you have to do is put your email in, create a password, and you're done. You're going to have to go verify your email, but you are done. You don't have to worry about any payment stuff. You don't have to worry about ads popping up. You don't have to worry about anything. Now, granted, this is not a cloud gaming service. It's not a cloud PC service. You're using your PC and your internet to stream your games, but it works really well. And the fact that you don't have to pay anything, it's a clean UI, no ads popping up in your way. Shortcuts are basically just your games. They don't just import from Steam. They also it also scans your PC, all of your hard drives for any games, and you can also manually add them if you need to as well. So that's the layout that you're going to get. Very clean, very simple. And you get these little trailers that pop up when you hover over everything. You can change what the look is, just a list or the grid. You can refresh your list, and then we're going to go in and take a look at the settings. So this is where our account, that's just where you can change your password, your email, your avatar picture. Very similar to most apps like this. Very similar to GeForce Now as well. So you got your droplets, your Rainway controller support, which you can use whatever controller. I use an Xbox controller. It's been fine. Your hardware, this is going to be your encoding, which for most of us, especially with a gaming PC, is going to be our GPU, the monitor that it's pulling from, and the speakers you're using. Stream settings actually get adjusted on the device you're streaming to now. So on your iPhone or your Android or whatever, you're actually going to adjust the quality of your stream there. So you can have a performance overlay. This works really well. If I test this more in the future, I will be using that as kind of a benchmark to show, but I don't use it in this video. You can control whether or not you come up on startup, whether you go to minimize. So let's go ahead, and here's, like I said, here's where all your games are at, the cool trailers that pop up when you hover over these icons. And we're going to get ready to jump over to some iOS. So what we're going to do is click to add a device. When this happens, you get a QR code. Download Rainway on your device, open it, and then you're going to click scan QR code. When you do that, you're going to get right into this here where your games are just going to show up. It automatically logs you in. You can see I don't have a gamepad attached just yet here, so I'm going to go ahead and connect my Xbox controller to the Bluetooth. I disconnected that doing something else the other day, so I need to reconnect that and see if that shows up. But that's all you have to do. You scan that QR code and boom, you're in. The same games list is going to show up. You can get into your settings and all that. So I've connected my controller. Now we're just reconnecting to host because I left the app and came back. Really quick, really easy. Even if you leave the app and come back, it reconnected, no problem. You can see now my Xbox wireless controller is showing up. So we're connected and we're into our settings. So you've got your quality or your quality control, and this is also going to affect the amount of internet usage. I believe the balanced is like 5 megabits per second up. You've got 30 and 60 FPS. You've got your screen resolution, so you can adjust that accordingly. A lot of good options for you to be able to adjust your stream. We've got our encoding. The H.265 is not supported at this time. And then other hardware options in here. Your dashboard option, it's telling you what desktop you're attached to. There again, your display, your account, and your advanced settings. So here we are over on the browser. So this is Edge right here. We're also going to bring up Chrome. I just want to show you, you can also just log into Edge or Chrome. Kind of will remind you of Stadia in a way. And you'll be able to just log on and get right into your games list. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and close Chrome because I do use Edge a lot. And we're going to just log into the account we made a few minutes ago. And it'll instantly just bring up our games list ready to go. So I'm doing this on the same computer that I have the host on, so I'm not going to play a game this way right now, but I tried it on my laptop earlier in my house with Wi-Fi, and it worked really well. So the other settings you get in here, similar to iOS, you can see all the changes here. Now in Stream, it tells you over on the little information what each one uses. So there's your data usage for like your balanced or your higher or your lower, your fast. There again, your frame rate, stream scaling, a couple different options on the browser, but very similar to what we have over on iOS. I don't have an Android device right now to try this on, but I should be able to do that soon. But yeah, full screen capture. These are your shortcuts. These work really well for your overlay, your statistics, going full screen. Very easy, just all pretty much normal. I think Shadow actually has very similar shortcuts. All right, we have our advanced, we've got our language, and then we have experimental, which for this right now just is ultra high bit rate. So I haven't tried this out yet, but this is something I'm looking forward to testing later to see what this experimental ultra high bit rate will do, and maybe I'll compare those streams and see what they look like. If it's cool results, I'll make a video on it. Otherwise, I won't worry about it. You guys let me know if you want to see more videos about Rainway or not. I just thought it would be cool to show more about this service. So over here on iOS, when you go to launch into a game, it'll actually take you to a little panel where they have the game trailer. And I thought this was pretty cool. It's just a small attention to detail. Obviously, you own a game. You don't need to see the trailer. But I thought it was cool when you go to launch a game, they've put that in there. So here is our iOS and our PC. They're running at the same time, of course. iOS on the left, PC on the right. Now you can see you can swipe over and pull up your settings on iOS on your phone or your Android or whatever, and pull those up right away. You can see your video FPS, your latency in milliseconds, your audio. You can see what you're playing. You can quit. You can show keyboard. And you can also adjust your screen fit. So fit to screen, immersive, or stretch. Stretch is a little funky looking, especially on the iPhone. Immersive works okay. It's basically an equal zoom in. So aspect ratio stays all right. You're just zoomed in a little bit. I left this fit to screen for the test. Now, this is going to take just a minute to go through this spot. The reason why I didn't edit this out is, one, I wanted to make sure I stayed synced up pretty well here, but also, more importantly, I was having a little bit of issue. As soon as I hit A on my controller, the one attached to my iPhone, the A popped up instead of the enter button, but then nothing else would happen. So it just took me a minute of fiddling around. All I had to do was touch my touch screen, and as soon as I touched my touch screen, I was able to use the controller. I don't know why when I hit A it was working and then it wouldn't work. I had to hit the touchscreen, and then my controller worked. So it was something about right there is where I actually touched the screen and got everything to work. And then I was able to use the controller connected to my iPhone. And you can see how quick when I click on my iPhone or when I move, that's pretty fast. You saw the change in the menus and the click there. The latency there, how quickly, I know I'm at home on my network, but still I'm Wi-Fi with my phone and hardwired with my PC. And that's pretty quick. When I move a button on my iPhone, it shows up almost immediately on the PC.
Dead Horse Lake serves as a salient metaphor for human fallibility in the face of avoidable catastrophe.
So here we are in game. We're all loaded in. Now these may not be exactly perfect, but they're pretty darn close for lined up, and it just gives you a good idea. I mean, you're running, essentially, the resolution might be a little bit different here in the video because the iPhone was like, fit to screen winds up being like 1920 by 888 or something like that, so it's not exactly perfect. But as far as your graphics settings and everything you're playing, I'm playing at high max graphics. Just, you know, my RTX 2060 is running this, so it's encoding, it's running the game, and it's still doing everything very, very well. So it's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to testing more games because I do like to be able to play my PC games while going outside on my deck or doing other things around the house. It's a nice option, and the fact that this is free, I can mess around with it and see what's going on. I'm really interested to test out the latency playing some Call of Duty, and I also want to go off of Wi-Fi onto the cell network and see what kind of latency, see if it's still quick or not, or if it gives me any problems. But from what I can tell, Rainway is really good at what it's doing here. With using your PC, you're almost creating your own shadow PC. You know, you're using the app on Windows 10 on your PC to make all this happen. It is really fast. It's really encoding and streaming and getting this video out to your device and then your controller input back very quick. I've not used any other desktop apps or PC streaming apps that work this well or that are this easy to set up. So there might not be as big of a market for people that need cloud gaming like GeForce Now or Stadia or something because they don't have a gaming PC. But for people that do have a gaming PC and would like to stream those games to something mobile or a laptop or something, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. All right, guys, so that's pretty much gonna do it. We're getting to the end of the video. I think this gave you a good idea of what Rainway is if you weren't already familiar, how it works, how you sign up for it, using it on Edge, Chrome, getting it on your phone, your iPhone or whatever. I will try it on some Android devices when I get that. Yeah, so no problems whatsoever. Like I said, one of the easiest to set up services like this that I have tried. So, you know, if you have a gaming rig already and you're wanting to be able to stream that, this is a good option for you. So thanks a lot for coming to check out this video. Please subscribe if you haven't. Give the video a thumbs up, ring the notification bell, and leave me your comments below. Let me know if you want to see more Rainway. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.